Hey everyone, welcome back to our podcast. I'm Alice, your tech enthusiast here, and with me is Bob, our philosophy guru. How's it going, Bob?
Oh, I'm doing well, Alice. Excited to dive into today's topic. We're talking about Hegel and his insights on art, right?
Yeah, exactly. Hegel's philosophy can get pretty complex, but I'm sure you'll help demystify it for us. So where do we start with Hegel and art?
Hegel saw art as a crucial way of expressing the human spirit. It's like, for him, art wasn't just about beauty, but also about revealing truth. You know what I mean?
That's interesting. So would you say Hegel viewed art as some kind of communication tool, like a way to convey deeper philosophical concepts?
Exactly, Alice. Art, for Hegel, was a form of absolute spirit, which includes art, religion, and philosophy. These are all ways we try to understand our world and ourselves.
Oh, wow. That's deep. But how does this fit in with, say, modern technology? Can AI create art that expresses this kind of spirit, or is that missing the point?
That's a fascinating question. I think Hegel might argue that AI art lacks the human spirit element. Art needs human intention and experience to truly convey deeper truths.
I see. So, even though AI can mimic artistic styles, it might not capture that essence. But then, isn't there something to be said for how technology can still play a role in how we experience art?
Definitely. While AI might not create art in the Hegelian sense, it can enhance our interaction with art. Like, virtual reality could bring new dimensions to experiencing artwork, don't you think?
Absolutely. It's like technology becomes a tool, not a creator. But speaking of tools, how does this idea of art as truth translate into our daily lives?
Well, Hegel believed art helps us see beyond the mundane. It elevates our experiences and connects us to universal truths. It's about seeing the world through a different lens, you know?
That's a refreshing way to look at it. So art isn't just for artists or philosophers. It's for anyone trying to make sense of the world around them.
Exactly, Alice. Art invites everyone to engage with its meanings. It's like a universal language that doesn't need words to convey deep insights.
I love that. Well, we've covered quite a bit today, from Hegel's views to AI's role in art. Any final thoughts, Bob?
Just that art, in its truest form, remains a powerful medium for exploring and expressing the human condition. It's something no algorithm can fully replicate.
Right, and as technology continues to evolve, it'll be interesting to see how we blend these worlds. Building on what you just said about art being a universal language, Bob, I'm curious about how technology might enhance or perhaps even challenge that universality.
That's an interesting angle, Alice. You know, technology can definitely extend art's reach, making it more accessible, but it also raises questions about authenticity and originality.
Right, like how digital art can be copied endlessly without losing quality. But then, doesn't that also democratize art in a way that traditional forms couldn't?
Exactly, it does lower barriers. But it also shifts how we value art. Hegel might argue that the essence of art gets diluted when it's infinitely reproducible. It's like losing the aura of the original piece.
That's interesting because in tech, we often talk about the original code or the first iteration of a software as having a kind of intrinsic value, even if it's not perfect.
I see the parallel there. It's like both art and technology have a kind of first edition sacredness, if you will. But, the real question is how this affects our experience and understanding.
Exactly. It makes me think about virtual reality. It's a whole new way to experience art, right? But does it add depth to our understanding, or just create another layer of distraction?
Well, Hegel might say that it adds a new dimension to our perception, potentially deepening our insight. But it could also risk reducing art to mere spectacle, if not approached thoughtfully.
Yeah, and going back to your point about the human condition, technology can sometimes make us feel more disconnected despite being more connected than ever.
True, there's a paradox there. Art, however, can bridge that gap by reminding us of our shared humanity, even within the digital realm.
And maybe that's why art still holds such power today, even in our tech-driven world. It's like a grounding force amidst the chaos.
Absolutely, Alice. It keeps us tethered to our essential selves, which is something no algorithm can truly replicate.
That's a great note to wrap up on. Art and technology, while different, can complement each other in helping us navigate the complexities of life.
Yes, and hopefully our listeners can see how these worlds aren't as far apart as they might seem.
Thanks for joining this insightful discussion, Bob. And thanks to our audience. Till next time, keep exploring beyond the surface.